All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I am joined actually today by my daughter, Madeline. They're in Flagstaff. Hello, Madeline.
Hello.
So today on this actual episode, I wanted to share, because we're coming into the November Black Friday, Christmas shopping season, I wanted to share an episode, a discussion about changing the paradigm for gift giving. This idea of material things and the commercialization of buy. The answer to everything is to buy more stuff. It's like I say with the whole Wall Street equation, the answer is always invest. Well, the answer is always buy more stuff. If your TV doesn't work, you buy a new TV. And something happened when Madeline turned 3 years old. I had a big awakening as it related to gift giving and wanting to change that paradigm going forward for Madeline. What do you remember, Madeline, about that third birthday party?
There's a photo of that. It's a photo of me asleep in the middle of a sea of presents on a table looking like a queen.
Yes, looking like a very sleepy queen, because that was taken after everybody left and you went straight to a nap right after that because you were completely wiped out. My thing, my realization was, wow, this is just insane how many presents that you got. So when it came to your fourth birthday coming up the next year, I asked you a question. Do you remember what I asked you because we've talked about this before, but do you remember that I called you downstairs and I asked you a question?
Something along the lines of if I would rather like wrap presents or if I would like to do something with my dad.
Yeah, I said, hey, Madeline, would you want to do something with me, an event? Or I can get you more wrapped presents, stuff to open up. And what did you say?
That I had to think about it.
Yeah.
I had to take a second.
It took a second. It took a minute, actually, several minutes. You actually walked yourself back upstairs and you thought about it in your room full of toys. And Madeline came back downstairs maybe 20 minutes later. It wasn't a quick think. It was a little while. And she came back downstairs and she said, I want an event with you, Dad. And that's how it started. That
I'm sure you were relieved.
I was very relieved.
You had some faith in yourself.
But I was also a bit nervous because then the question was, oh man, now what am I going to do? Right? Because I planned that was going to be all the way through your teen years. It was going to be birthdays and Christmas events with me. What were we going to do? And as it turns out, we actually had quite a few adventures together, right?
Yes, we did something every year.
Twice. We usually did two things every year.
Well, yeah, birthday and Christmas.
Birthday and Christmas. Sometimes we combine them, like going to Whistler, British Columbia, to go horseback riding and river rafting and that kind of stuff and zip lining. That was all combined. But we did helicopter rides. We learned to snowboard. What else did we do?
I got to drive the helicopter. No, that's not the correct verb. Fly
You got
the helicopter, operate it. You know
were
what I mean.
pilot in command. Pilot in command of a helicopter while I was in the back seat trying not to throw up.
Let me hold the joystick.
Yes, you actually held the actual controls on a helicopter. How about this one? We did a camping trip where we, found some centipedes and spiders under the bed. That was fun, right?
Yep. There was one where I was going through a stint of wanting to be a pilot, and I can't remember if it was a birthday gift or a Christmas gift, but it was to go fly a little prop plane.
Yep, we actually went for a discovery flight around Corona and around the area where we lived. You got to buzz the neighborhood again. You did it in a helicopter, then you got to do it in a little private plane. So, folks, all of this I share with you to to bring up this point, this idea of gift giving. The material nature of the world we live in is we've got to have, you know, the latest, greatest phone as I hold up my third or fourth, 5-year-old iPhone 5, which I don't use anymore, but you got to have the new phone. You've got to have the new thing, the new computer. And what I realized with Madeline was she didn't value that nearly as much as the things that she remembers she and I doing together. Right? I mean, Madeline, I mean, you tell me, I mean, when you look back, what one toy do you remember in your life, whether I gave it to you or not? Do you remember any really specific toys that you still have today that have a memory attached to them?
Well, lucky for you, it's a memory attached, associated with you of going to the Dollar Tree or a dollar store, and you let me pick out whatever I wanted, and I picked out a little dollar teddy bear.
Oh, that's right. It was like some sort of a dog bear looking thing, right?
Yes. Dog bear.
Dog bear. Because you really couldn't tell what it was, but for $1, you got to pick out that little dog bear thing, and you still have it?
Yeah. Its nose is kind of fallen off, but I do have it.
Well, the one that always comes to mind for me is the one that doesn't sing anymore because you press the button so many times, but I got it for your first dance recital. Do you remember that one?
Purple people eater.
It is literally a one-eyed flying purple people eater that would vibrate and sing the entire song so that it would annoy your mom.
Yes, and it had like a little oodly googly eye.
Yep, the eye would just wobble all over the place. Oh, that's fantastic. Folks, as we go into gift-giving season, whether it be Hanukkah, whether it be Christmas, whatever it is, please keep this in mind. The paradigm of gift-giving does not necessarily have to be the latest, fanciest this or that. And when Madeline and I just talked about a bunch of different events like helicopter rides and plane rides and various things, I have to tell you, a number of those things that we did, those events, those even cruises that we went on were free or extremely inexpensive. It was the event itself, the experience itself that was priceless, but some of the events and things that we did were truly not super expensive at all. And
we're talking about like indoor skydiving and cruises, etc. I mean, the trips came through the company, several other, the helicopter rides and the plane ride that came through connections with family and friends. We did things like horseback riding.
Yep.
Going to go stay at family cabin that a friend owned.
Yeah, that was great. And that was free.
Doing things with your kids like that is not, beyond affordable. If you plan, right? I mean, how much money would you spend on kids' toys and Polly Pockets and Barbies and American Girl dolls and buying them an iPad? Hundreds of dollars, even thousands.
Exactly.
And you can just put that towards something that they will actually remember when they're adults.
Yeah, and I love to hear you say that. And it sounds like you might have actually taken some of that as a personal message for yourself to carry into the future, I hope. Cross my fingers that a little bit of some of this stuff rubbed off on you. Oh, I really appreciate it, Madeline, taking time out of your busy work schedule now that you are actually employed at the hospital.
Yeah.
Working those 12-hour shifts now in the glamorous life in the medical world, right? Very glamorous.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Outstanding. Folks, thank you so much for taking time on this quick take episode with me and Madeline. I think we'll bring Madeline back again. We've got some more stuff to talk about. There's a specific story that I want to share with Madeline actually on the podcast this time. I've shared it before, but I want to actually talk to her.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I know. We're going to keep it in suspense. Folks, if you have any questions, send me an email, Kraig@kraigstrom.com, or you can also click on the link in the video that you're actually watching. You can send a message through Facebook, LinkedIn. You can shoot us an email back. Wherever you got access to this content, you can get back to us if you have questions. If you've got ideas about changing that gift-giving paradigm that I missed, that I might be interested in or Madeline might like, please send us a message. Let us know. Take care. And Madeline, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good day, everybody.